Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and wow. I just got done watching a film that honestly, a little over 2 hours ago, I did not know even existed. I was on Facebook, I saw somebody post something saying, I'm watching Deep Blue Sea 3. And I read that and said to myself, there's a Deep Blue Sea 3? What? I didn't even know they were making it, it was coming out, or that it was already out. Deep Blue Sea 3 is a 2020 film that's directed by John Pogue. I guess that's how you pronounce this guy's name. The plot is we follow this group of, are they scientists? Are they just researchers? I don't even really care. But they're in this resort-like area. They're trying to study the climate change because it's affecting the water and the sharks and whatnot. Until these three bull sharks show up and they're killing people viciously. Come to find out that they're connected to the experiments that I assume, all know from the original Deep Blue Sea, where they made the shark's brain smarter, so now they're even more vicious type hunters and killers. And so our characters try to survive. Now, what I thought of this piece o' shit film is just that. It's a piece o' shit film. I could not believe that this movie was made. Who was asking for a Deep Blue Sea trilogy now at this point? The second movie 2 years ago was bad. Just bad. But they somehow made something that was even worse. I was bored to tears for the first hour of this movie. It doesn't help that the direction wasn't anything special. It felt very cheap the way it was directed. I didn't look up if this guy has any other credits, but I'm sure it's nothing all that special. If he's directed something substantial or something that was visually good, I'd be shocked. That's how just nothingness this movie had behind it. But then the actors and the characters, lifeless. I mean, maybe it's also the writing, maybe it's also the dialogue and the poor deliveries of everything. But I didn't care about anybody. Not one character. I take that back. There was one person that I thought was decent. Let's get into it really quick. The actors. Tania Raymond. She was our main character. I mean, she wasn't terrible, but there were some lines of dialogue where she's supposed to be worried or panicked, and I just wasn't really buying it. I remember first seeing her in Texas Chainsaw 3D, so I guess seeing her be bumped up to a lead, good for her, I guess. But still, I didn't care. I didn't care about her. I didn't care if she lived or died. I didn't care about the side plot of her and this guy, played by Nathaniel Bazalik, who I looked him up, and he's been in a bunch of CW shows, so that kind of goes to show what level of acting we're dealing with here. And it's just, I didn't care. He has a crush on her. He's liked her since school. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, these actors aren't good enough to hold a film, to carry a film, to make me invested and care about anything that happens. That first film, if we just go off of that, Thomas Jane, LL Cool J, Sam Jackson, just them alone are people that have screen presence, that have something that you can attach yourself, latch onto, give a shit about if any of these characters die. Not this time around. The whole group is very generic, very piss poor level of just, hey, we have to meet this quota. You have to have a black guy on the group. I will say this, the black guy, Emerson Brooks, he was decent. He was like the only character that I thought was somewhat decent, that I somewhat sort of wanted to survive this, but ultimately who gives a shit, who gives a fuck. The sharks themselves are very CGI, very fake looking. I know in Deep Blue Sea 1 they did have a lot of CGI and those sharks looked faked as well. But that was in the 90s, that movie. We're in 2020. And I know it's direct to DVD or VOD, however this came out. I don't even know. I watched it, but I definitely didn't pay for it. You have this movie that just felt even cheaper than whatever the first movie's budget was. How is that possible? How is CGI not improved more? I know it probably doesn't have the same amount of budget and money, but that's no excuse. You could have done something. You could have had more practical effects. You could have gone for it. You could have been impressive with it. I don't know. It doesn't really even freaking matter. The kills, I wasn't really impressed with any of the kills, really, until maybe the last 20 minutes or so. There is one kill in particular. I won't give it away for spoiler reasons. But one of the characters tries to act like a big shot, tries to act like the hero. You think he's going to be the hero. And the way he gets killed is so hilarious, so amusing. I'm still laughing right now, thinking about it. Probably the best part of the movie. But other than that, there's nothing to see here. There's nothing noteworthy. There's nothing impressive. There's nothing that will make you go, oh yeah, this is why we needed a third Deep Blue Sea. There's so many other horror movies who they don't get sequels. They haven't gotten sequels. But this is now a trilogy? Really? So now when I go to Best Buy or any one of these stores that has movies, I'm going to see the 3-pack of Deep Blue Sea, because now that exists. Now that's a thing. Holy crap. Because it's a newer movie, I guess I have to rate it. I'm going to give this some old bullshit.
That's some old bullshit.
You're so lucky that either I was too tired to care, or I'm at a point now where it's, hey, I'm quarantined, I'm watching what I'm watching, I'm not as angry as I should have been. Maybe this would have gone into FU territory, but I'm being generous right now. You're welcome. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Deep Blue Sea 3. What did you think of it? Were you even aware of Deep Blue Sea 3? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!